Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it.
Hey guys, welcome to Russian Fishing 4. I've been doing some Fishing Planet videos, and I've been playing this game along with Fishing Planet, and I think I'm going to play this game. I'm going to do more videos on this game than Fishing Planet, just for the simple fact that I am level capped in Fishing Planet, and it's a fun game. I really like Fishing Planet, but it's become kind of boring. Making the videos was fun, but the fishing part of it's just repetitive now to me. So I decided to try some Russian Fishing 4. So here we are. I will explain all the buildings real quick. That's the administrative building. That's where you get your map. There's the leaderboard. If you want to know what fish are being caught, check out the leaderboard. This is the grocery store. This is where you buy your food and everything. We'll get all into that. The little house there in the center of the screen is the boathouse. That's where you rent boats. That is your fish market. That's where you sell your fish. This is the cafe where you fill orders for the cafe by catching fish. You can make more silver if you fill the orders in the cafe. And that little building back there with the graffiti on it is a repair shop, and where you buy stuff to craft lures and other things. Lures, fillet knives for filleting fish, to make cut bait. And this little guy right here, you can come up to this cart and hit E and it'll feed you once a day. I've already done it because my guy was in the red, so yeah. But that's basically all the buildings. We'll get in. This is the tackle shop. We'll get into the tackle shop, and we'll just get into all of them as we go. But for right now, what I'm going to do is give you the basics on getting your gear set up and get to fishing. Okay? Now, I didn't go to the tutorial lake. The tutorial lake is pretty self-explanatory. Just follow the prompts on the screen, and it will get you through it. You'll get your bamboo or cane pole, your little goose quill float, some line, some hooks, a few worms. If you break that, you can always go back to the tutorial lake and get another one. I broke it, but I didn't go back. I just bought another rod. So yeah. Okay, let's go to well, first off, I'll show you how to assemble your rod. Let me disassemble this one real quick. We're going to take it off. We'll remove it. We'll remove this and the hook. Okay, now this is your rod. It's empty. It's a Fishing Express Telestick 16, TL16. Go over here. It will hold 4.5 kilogram line. That's your line weight. It'll hold 5 to 36 gram test. Okay, pounds. That's the weight. So when you get to your backpack, this is the way it'll look when you buy it. It will be gray. The one I have now, this one is assembled. It's ready to fish with. This one is gray. It's not. So you click on it. Just click on your pole. Click on your line. Pick the line that you want. I'm going to go with the 3.9 because it's under the 4.5. I could actually go with 4.5 on here. I probably will when I get some more money. Okay. And then we go with the float. Just click on your float, click OK. Now your hook, click on your hook. You might have a bunch of hooks in here. Pick the one you want. I've got a number 12. This is just basic stuff. It's a smaller hook. Some people go with 16s, 18s. Do not put an 01 hook on here and potatoes and corn, because you'll hook a big fish and you'll snap your rod or break your line. You'll lose your hook, your float, and your bait. So just click on the hook. Click OK. Now your bait, these are your baits. I bought some of these. You can get these in the tackle shop. Maggots, worms, dough balls all work really well. Cheese works really well too. But big fish like cheese, so be careful. Tench like cheese. Common carp like cheese. So, and they're Common carp are big in this lake. They can get big. I think the trophy is 15 kilograms or something. It's a pretty big fish. You're talking 30 pounds, you know. So yeah. So you pick the bait you want to put on it, which I'm going to put maggots on it. And there we go. And you click OK. Now cancel, dummy. When this game was in Russian, I dropped like 3 of these rods just because I didn't know what this stuff down here was, and I clicked the wrong thing and I discarded. Instead of disassemble, I clicked discard and dropped it. And once you drop it, you can't pick it back up. The important thing is, you know, to read what you're doing. Now it's in English, but you go down through here. There's your lines, your sinkers, your baits, some ground bait. These are all your drinks. We'll get into all this. I'll show you how to make malt wine, tea, coffee. I'll show you how to craft with the bread. These are your maps. Get a map. Definitely get a map of the ones you want. This is the cottage pond. This is the map of the tutorial lake. This is the map of Mosquito Lake where we are now. You can click on it and open it. You just hit M and it will open your map. Now, this is very important right here. When you get the money, don't buy anything else. Go and buy a net. Go to the tackle shop, go to accessories, buy the net. Because there are fish in this lake that you physically cannot bring in without a net. You can get them to the shore. You can walk backwards and drag them up onto the shore or the dock, but you cannot pick them up without the net. So buy the net. It's very important. Okay, now after you get your rods assembled, what you want to do is hit U on your keyboard. It will open this up. Now you grab the reel or rod the rod setup that you want, and you just drag it onto the hotbar, and it will put it there. These are ground baits. I'll show you how to. We'll get into, and maybe in the next episode, and get into how to craft these and use them, how to throw them. But for now, you've got your rods on your hotbar. Okay. Now, if you want to access your food and drink quickly, you hit T. There's your food. Here's your drinks. The T is really good to bring your comfort level back up. These all give you XP. They all give you a little bonus XP. These bring your stamina back up. This brings your comfort level up and adds XP. If I'm going too fast, tell me in the comments and I will slow down. I'm trying to keep the video under. I made one. It was kind of in depth and it was almost 55 minutes. So I can't put that on here. So we're just going to have to go quicker. And then in the next episode, I will get more in depth into the food shop and the tackle store. Okay. And then after that, we'll catch some more fish and we'll get into the crafting and the maintenance and the cafe orders. Okay, so but now let's just do a little fishing. It's getting dark, so if you want to turn on your flashlight, hit F and it turns on your flashlight. You can see it. But now I went to my settings and I went to video, and this right here I turned down because it gets pitch black. Even with the flashlight on, you cannot see. So I turned this down to give me more visibility at night because I have very bad eyes. I have a retinal disease, and I have to play this game. That's why if you see the settings, that's why it's being played in 1280 by 720 instead of 1080p. I can play this game in 1080p. It's just harder for me to see the floats and the line and stuff. So yeah, I have terrible eyesight. Let's put it that way. Okay, this is your audio. You can adjust your audio here. I've got the music turned down because it's kind of annoying every time you click into something that the background music starts playing, but you can adjust all your effects here. Okay, we'll get out of that. And here's your skill tree. If you want to know what about your skills, you just go to you hit escape and go to skills. The little hat, this little graduation hat. You click on it, and here's your float fishing skill. You can put points into them. I put 1 point each into these to bolster or to beef up my float fishing for now. This is probably all I will put into this because I want to concentrate on spin fishing and bottom fishing. Now, let me explain something real quick. This is very quick. In your spin fishing, you have fishing using a spinning reel. Put all these points in it. Fill this up. Put all the points in here. You can. I've got 1 point in with a rod and I just opened this up. Fishing with spoons, because you have to use a spinning reel on your bottom fishing or your feeder rods, and it will translate over. And float fishing, when you get down here to using a bolognese, you have to use a spinning reel on this. And when you get down here to fishing with a match rod, you use a spinning reel on it. So it transfers it all over. Fishing with a spinning rod or a spinning reel, when you fill this up, it transfers to your bottom fishing and your bolognese and match rods. So that's basically why I fill this up. Now the bulk of my points I'm going to probably be putting into these two. I like float fishing, but I would rather I use this as a little bit of money maker in the beginning of the game, but then I start depending on these two. This one you don't make as much XP, but you make more money because the fish are a little easier to catch because they hook themselves basically. This one is a little harder, not much, but you have to remember you have to buy the rod, the reel, and lures and leaders to go on this. So yeah. And then down here you have your harvesting baits. That's, you just keep using the shovel. You can buy a shovel, which I'll explain in the next episode. You buy a shovel to harvest worms, red worms, and then as you build up, we can prepare, it says wet bread, which is dough balls. And then you can make pearl barley, which is a really good bait for bream and most any carp. A lot of different fish really like the pearl barley. And then sweet dough bread, tench seem to like sweet dough bread pretty good too, and a lot of the bigger carp. But we'll get into that later. And this is your making ground baits. Right now we're just at basic components. So, but we'll get into that. Now this, I have never tried to make a lure, but you can make your own lures in this game. Excuse me. You can make your own lures. I don't know if it's really worth it, but you can. So there, that's part of the game. That's what the charm of the game is. You can actually craft your own lures. You don't have to buy them from the store. You can harvest your own bait. You don't have to make it. You can make bait in this game that costs gold, but you can actually craft it and use it without paying any gold. So it's basically a pretty good system. Okay, let's get out of that. Now let's do some fishing real quick. What you do is you hit the 1 on your keypad. I'm just here at the docks. This is a little quick thing. I'll show you where the better fishing is. In the next episode, we'll move around the lake some. Now I have maggots on this, and I'm going to set the depth at for here. Let's go with 65 inches with maggots, and we'll pitch them right over there. Just like that. Now you move aside a little bit and back up a little bit, and you hit 0, and it will set the rod down. Not the letter O, but 0. I hit O all the time, and it opens up something else. I'll show you. It opens up your skills. And you're going to want to get your rod, set your rod down, but you hit that button and you open up your skills. So you just hit 0. Okay, let's get number 2 out. It's got dough balls on it. Now this one, we're going to set a little deeper. We're going to set it at, let's set it at, let's go with 90 centimeters. That's a pretty good depth. Yeah, 90. Okay, just keep jumping around it. And then you hold it down and throw it out. Now I'm going to show you this again and show you the bar at the bottom. The little circle, the longer you hold that, the longer your power build up and the further you'll throw it. That is that way on all your rods. Oh, let me put this down and pick up number 1 because we think we got a fish. You can zoom in with the Z key. I thought yeah, he's biting it. Come on. Take it, you little snooker. Oh, there you yeah, uh-oh. We got a pretty good fish here, folks. This is a good time to show you the net. Yeah, come on. Come on. Let's play circus. Come on. Come around here. Where'd he go? Come on. There it is. Ah, crucian carp. 625 grams. 111 XP. Now, you can release it and get a little more bonus XP. I would not. Keep all of your fish. All of them. Because silver is hard to come by in this game, and you want to make as much of it as possible in the early game. And you just set it back down and you do it again. This is a lot of this game has a lot to do. There's still a lot to do in this game. While you're standing here, if you have a shovel, which I don't, but if you had a shovel while you're standing here waiting to get bites, you can take your shovel out and you can walk around over here and click this and dig for worms, and then you get a bite, you go back, you check your rods. Now, the reason I have 2 different floaters on is so I don't confuse the rods. I know that the little red and black one is the rod 1, and I know the skinny orange top one is rod 2. So I just hit 1 and I pick it up. And we missed him. Oh, that was my fault. I thought it was a Chinese sleeper, or as Corrales says, a Chinese sleeper. I like Corrales. He's cool. He's a cool YouTuber. If you want real in-depth videos on Russian Fishing 4, there's several people that do them. KP Shimino does a really good job. Hawkeye does a good job. Really good guy. I watch his videos. I'm subscribed to his channel, KP's Lady of Games. She does a pretty good job. There's several people that do this, that do videos on this. So, but if you really want in depth, I would go with either Hawkeye or KP. KP Shimino is really good, really in depth, gets into the game a lot. Hawkeye is more of a casual. He's not quite as hardcore, I guess you'd say. And I like his videos too because he's a grandpa like me, and he's kind of more laid back. KP's a little more hyper, I think. And Lady of Games does really good. She streams more than she does videos, so I have watched some of her streams and they're really good. So yeah, check them out. Just go check those out. And check out my channel. Make sure you stay here. If you like what you see, give me a like, subscribe, hang around. We're going to do a bunch more of these kind of games. Russian Fishing 4. Probably slip back to Fishing Planet once in a while. I'll make videos for that. Maybe Ultimate Fishing. Don't know. I'm definitely going to do some Subnautica videos. And I'm going to try to do some ARC videos with a couple other people that play on a server that I'm on. I may do American Truck Simulator. I may do Euro Truck Simulator. Don't know. Not really sure yet. My video card is not the greatest, so it may look like crap right now, but hopefully next week, maybe I'll have a new video card. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because the the miners have just drove the price of video cards out of sight. If you guys gamers know what I'm talking about, I mean, it's unreal. They've drove the price of Nvidia cards and AMD cards out of sight. So I was trying to hope, we're getting a bite on that, so you're not going in. Ah, missed him. And I'm going to fool around and miss the other one too, probably. But they really drove the price of cards out of sight, and I'm trying to wait. I was trying to wait till they came back to normal. Oh, it's gone. No, it didn't. There it is. It was in the bushes. See what I get for running my mouth and not watching my line? But that's fishing. I love it. I love this. It's more like real life fishing. I just wish the developers could maybe work on the floaters a little bit more. For people with low vision like me, it is really kind of hard to see them unless I stay zoomed in constantly. And then if you start moving around when you're zoomed in, everything looks kind of, weird. But it is what it is. Just have to live with it. I've learned to live with it over the years. I went too fast again. I'm showing you guys all wrong how to do this. So let's be a little more patient and try to catch a fish. Okay. Pick this up, and instead of just yanking it out of water, let's see what happens. Now we got him. When he pulled it down the second time, he was mine. All right. Oh, we got an eyed. Eye's a good fish. 53 XP, that's good. Might get a little extra out of that, don't know. But that's fishing here. Yep, it is. And you can fish anywhere on the lake, anywhere you can see the water, you can throw a line in. And I like that. There's no, look at that floater out there. I thought it sank down real slow, but maybe I'm imagining things. But, you can fish anywhere you can see water. It's not like Fishing Planet. There's no invisible walls. You can actually pitch through the bushes if you want to. You may not be able to see your floater, but if you've got a bottom fishing one, you can pitch it right over the bushes, right down through the bushes, set the pole down and wait for the bell to ring. But getting the fish in might be a little different, trying to drag it through bushes and stuff. And if you're running around with your rod, if you're running around with your rod out, you will damage it. It's like, I think it was Lady of Game said, try taking a spin rod and reel trying to run through thick forest with it without hitting it, smacking it against trees and stuff. So yeah, you will damage your stuff. Your stuff does take damage. These poles, not so much. You don't have to worry about stuff like this. But when you get into spin fishing, your reels take damage, the rods take damage, so you will have to keep upkeep on them. But you won't have to worry about that for a while until you get into the more expensive rods and reels. So yeah. But we'll get into that. We'll get into all that in the next video. Look at that. I put one down. And the other one goes down. Oh, we got this. Oh, that was ridiculous. I thought we had him for sure. Let's put this away. And let's pick this up. To put it away, you just hit backspace. Where do you think you're going? Oh, I missed him too. I'm rushing too much. But that's the basics of fishing here. I'll show you how to sell your fish real quick. And then we're going to end the video. But we'll get into it. We'll get into the food store. We'll get into the tackle shop. We'll get into everything here. This is just the first video of Russian fishing 4. I just wanted to give you the basics of everything. There's tons of rods, tons of reels, tons of tackle. I'll show you that in the next episode. Just remember, when you come here, if you watch just this video, make sure that the first thing you get is the net. Get the net, because without it, there's fish that you can't bring in. Alright, to sell your fish, you just walk up here, hit E, there's your fish. Now, you can check the market, which I know that these two, I'm pretty sure, we can check over here at the cafe real quick on the orders. See, they have orders in the cafe. We can check that real quick. these are all the orders that they want filled, and we don't have anything that they want right now. We have one of these, but they want 5. So we don't have anything they really want right now. So what we'll do is we'll just go and sell these, because they do spoil. This server does not stop running. It's kind of like an ARC server. You have to feed your dinos all the time. So this one, if you log off and you've got a bunch of fish in your keep net, or your pocket as I call it, and you log back on, say tomorrow evening, then they're going to be pretty spoiled, and they won't be near worth as much money. You know, you won't make near the money that you will if you just sell them before you log off. So sell your fish before you log off. Alright, if you want to sell one, you click one and you sell it. If you want to sell everything in your keep net, which it'll hold up to 100, you just click this right here and it will sell them all. If you want to just sell 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 at a time, you click the first one and then you click down. Say you want to sell 6, you just click this and it will sell the 6. Okay, that's simple. And there you go. I'm going to make $1.78, which, you know, for 2 little fish, that's not bad. Of course, this one only paid a nickel, and this one paid $1.73. Or let me get this straight: 1.73 silver. That's what everybody says, but I call it a buck. It's $1.73 and a nickel. You get a nickel for this fish. And as you can see, this one has already started to spoil. It's down to 99. This one's at 100 because we just caught it. This one is at 99. They will spoil. The longer you keep them, the more they'll spoil. So sell your fish. I usually don't wait to get a completely full net. I'll wait till I get 20, 25 in a net, and then I'll sell them. So the first ones you caught aren't that spoiled that bad, and you don't lose that much money. But let's sell these guys, and we got our $1.78. We're up to 30. We're up to $30.42, or 30 silver and 42 cents, or 30.42 silver. That's $30.42. That's what we're up to. Okay, that's what I'm going to call it. You guys can call it what you want, but I think I'm going to call it there, folks. This is Russian Fishing 4. Great game. If you like it, if you like what I'm doing here, give me a like. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you like it, tell me you like it. If you don't like it, you know, tell me you don't like it. Tell me why. It sucks. You know, it looks terrible. Fix it. But please overlook the framiness or what it looks like now, because it will be fixed soon. There's a new part coming in, and hopefully that new part will fix what it looks like. I'm having to run it on low settings right now, just for the simple fact that my video card is slowly dying. But it'll be okay. I think it'll turn out all right. But I'm going to call it there, guys. Yeah, I think that's the end. So no matter where you are, no matter what time it is, day or night, I hope you have a good one. I'm the Pain, and I'm out of here.